Welcome to today's how-to video on completing word morphs. Word morphs are simple word games designed to challenge your logic and critical thinking skills. Let's take a look. In a word morph, you start with a start word and you end with a completely different word. And in between, you must come up with words that move you closer from the start word to the end word by changing one letter at a time. Let's take a look. In this word morph, we have the word tree. We have to end up with the word fled. And we have to do that by getting there one letter at a time. So let's take a look. First off, I'm looking at tree and I'm looking at fled, and I look for what is in common. Well, they both have E in the third spot, so I know that that letter is not going to change. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in E in the other spots. Now, looking at tree and fled, what is one letter I can change from fled to tree and have a new word? And looking at this one, I see that I could do F, R, E, and E and make the word free. Again, in this one, the only letter that I changed was the T to the F. Now I know that that letter is going to stay the same to the end. Now looking at my next one, what could I write in here to get one step closer? Either I'm going to place the R with an L or the E with a D. Well, thinking about my word options, I know that flee is a word, which means I've only changed one letter again, and I've changed the R to the L. Then in my last step, I changed the last E to a D, and I have now completed my word morph. Let's take another look. My second one here, I have the word cork and the word mayor, and I have to get from cork to mayor. So again, looking for what's in common, I see that I have R's all the way down this third column here. So I know that those are going to stay the same. Now I need to look for what can I change one letter at a time from cork to mayor to get me to my next word. All right, so in looking at mine, I can see that, well, I'm going to keep the C and the O. I'm going to go ahead and change the K to an E, and that's going to give me core. Great. And that's going to stay the same, so now I need to figure out, do I change the C to an M or the O to an A? Well, in this case, either one works because they both end up with a new word. Let's go ahead and change the O to an A, which gives me the word care. And then my last step, I'll be changing C to an M. And that's how I complete that word morph. All right. One more. Belt to must. All right, I'm looking for what's in common. Well, T's are the same, so I'm going to leave those the same there. I need to figure out what do I need to do to get from belt to must. Well, I see that I could do B, E, and go ahead and put the S from must into the third spot up here and make the word best. Then look at my next spot, and I look for what can I do next? Well, I could replace the B with an M, but I'm pretty sure messed is not a word. I would check that using dictionary.com and realize I'm correct. Messed is not a word, which means I must replace the E with the U, which gives me the word bust, which is a word, which then gets me to my last step, which changes B to an M and gives me must. And there are 3 examples of how to complete a word morph. Hopefully you've had an enlightening experience and are ready to complete your own word morphs. Have a great day.